Hi guys, it's Miss Bibb, and I just wanted to take a second to show you guys how to do these wellness plans. A few of you are new to the class, and we've already done three. We did three in the first semester, but for those of you who have been here all year, I'm getting a lot of wellness plans submitted that aren't the best. So I wanted to show you, but these are a huge part of your grade. They are important. They are the six big things that we do for the one for each module. And so you need to make sure that you're doing these correctly. So we'll just look at this module 4 wellness plan. There may be some different changes from the first few modules, and then there may be some more things that change with the last two. But this is the basic thing for everything. We have done everything that you need for the first two or three sections in the past. So you can go back and look at your old wellness plans. You can go back to module 1, and I'll show you that in a second, and it gives you directions on how to do a big chunk of this. But you have all the information in your modules to do these. You just might have to go back and look at some things. For you new guys, just do the best you can on these, but I should be able to give you enough information to do these well and to do them correctly. So the first one, section 1, is our goals. We did this in a previous lesson. You can go back to your goals assignment and see those goals you created. You can use those same goals if you haven't met them, or you can update them if you've met those and maybe you want to just keep pushing. But there are some components of the goals that you have to have in here to make them correct. They have to be measurable, they have to be realistic, and they have to be timely. They have to have a deadline. So if you don't have all those components, then you're not writing your goals correctly. And this is something that's done on every wellness plan, and we see our progress by these wellness plans for the course. So that's why everything is so important. I got an example that someone turned in. These are some great goals. But look at our physical goal: bring my swimming a butterfly time down to under 120 by the end of the season by January 25th, and state qualifying time on her. So this is a very specific goal that she can measure, and she gave herself a deadline to do it. If we don't have a deadline, then it doesn't mean anything. We don't know if we've met it. We may meet it, but we have to give ourselves a deadline to meet it by, to know if we've met it, and then we can push for something a little bit more. Um, Social goals: to hang out with her friends more this year. I will find time to hang out with them in intimate hangouts by January 2025. So again, she gave herself a deadline. This could be something that maybe you check off on the calendar so it is measurable. Maybe you have a calendar and you just check every day that you hang out with your friends so you can see if you're doing it more over time. I know that the emotional social goals are a little bit harder to find ones that you can measure, but there's ideas all over the internet. If you need help from me to help you do those, I'll be glad to. Okay, section 2, fitness assessments. So this is something that we've done this on every single wellness plan. We did it in module 1.03 was our baseline for all of this. And you're supposed to see improvements on these from your first wellness plan all the way through now. That's why we have to continue to do these things. So your numbers for this module 4 wellness plan should be different from your module 1 wellness plan. We should be able to see some gains and some improvements. If you're doing this for the first time, this can be your baseline, and we hope to see improvements on the next two wellness plans. But if you go into your modules, I'm in the student view here, there may be a thing you may have to select quarter 1. I'm not sure what it looks like on yours. You may have to select that in order to go back to see the work from the first of the year. But you should be able to still select this and go back, and you're going to go to 1.03 fitness assessments. I've given you all this information many times. And starting with slide 3, it shows you how to do and tells you how to do all of these things. Your mile run, basically, you're timing yourself to see how long it takes you to walk or run a mile. Nobody's judging you on this. All we want to do is see improvement from your time, from your first one to your last one. So you're not comparing yourself to anybody else but you on these. And nobody sees these but me. So don't feel intimidated or anything like that. All we want to do is see you improve over the course of the year. It doesn't matter how you do in comparison to anybody else. But this tells you how to do it safely. For your BMI, your body mass index, and your aerobic capacity, there's a calculator that gives you those numbers. All you have to do is select if you're male or female, and then hit OK. And then you're going to input your age. I'm going to put that I'm 16, I wish. Hit OK. And then you're going to enter your height in feet and inches. So I'm 5 foot 5 inches. Okay. And then your weight in pounds. I'm going to lie and say that I weigh 130 pounds. And then you're done. And then your mile run time. So I did mine in 10 minutes and 10 seconds. it gives you your BMI and your aerobic capacity. So that's an easy way to get those two numbers. And I've seen some really, really questionable numbers for those two things. Your numbers should look something like this for your BMI and your aerobic capacity. All right, so that is that one. And then if you continue going through the slides, it shows you how to do the sit and reach test, the trunk lift test, all those things. So you don't have to say, Miss Bibb, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, you do. We've done it before. Here's your sit and reach. There's a video that shows you how you can easily do it at home with just a partner to help you. You can do it at school. If you have a sit and reach box at your school, most PE departments do, you can use that. But we want to see more flexibility. That's what sit and reach measures. Your curl ups, it tells you how to do those. It tells you how to do your push ups, 90-degree push ups. If you can't do a regular push up, then you can do the 90-degree push ups. Totally fine. The trunk lift, that measure should be in inches as well. Again, I've seen numbers like 60. That's an impossible number. So I know that you're not doing these correctly. So please go back and use this 1.03 starting with slide 3 so you can correctly do section 2 on this wellness plan. You do those every time. Make sure that you're answering your questions, your reflection questions for each section. I would like to see a 2-sentence answer, but at least write your answers in full sentences. It could be a 2-part sentences, but make sure you're answering all questions. So there are 2 questions in this reflection questions, and some of you aren't answering all the questions, okay? Section 3 is your flexibility workout log. You can do flexibility every day. So these can be consecutive days. It's totally fine. We want to do flexibility. We want to stretch every single day. It's great for our bodies, right? This is typical. This is very typical. You want at least 2 reps for at least 15 seconds. Some people put 3 reps for 10 seconds or 2 reps for 20 seconds. It can look the same for every single box on here, guys. That's fine as long as you're stretching and recording it. You might want to see these times go up a little bit over time, but it really doesn't matter. You guys are young and flexible, so 2 reps for 15 seconds is a good number for all you guys. And you just put your dates. And like I said, it can be 2 days in a row. Totally fine. Reflection questions again. Section 4 is your muscular strength. The only thing that I need to see on here is she's got 2 different dates on here, and they're not consecutive dates. So it's fine to put it like this. She's got her 2 dates, and this is what she did. She kind of alternated here, which is totally fine as long as you have your 2 dates listed somewhere. You could have put one date here and one date here. And we like to see these a little bit of improvements, but you don't want to do your quadriceps, such the muscles on the front part of your leg. Typically, we do squats. She used resistance. If you don't have weights at home and you don't have a gym that you go to, you can put body weight. You can do just body weight squats. That's totally fine. You can put BW for body weight or 0 pounds, however you want to do it. The same thing. Most of these don't need any kind of resistance other than body weights, except for maybe curls. If you don't have dumbbells at home, you can use gallon milk jugs or cans, anything and just put it on here. A 16-ounce can, that's fine for curls. Totally fine. There's videos that show you how to do all of these muscular exercises in the module. So go back to the muscular strength module. I don't have a problem with you Googling it. Totally fine. Google what that exercise looks like. And then again, good reflection question answers. Your physical activity log is any moderate to vigorous activity that you're doing. Just put what you do for your warm up, how long you did it, and make sure you total up your minutes. We want to see 420 minutes here. This is an overachiever. She's an athlete, so she does a lot more than most. But as long as you're doing at least 420 minutes for your weekly time, totally fine. And you can group it all. Maybe you run every single day for a week. Then you can put the dates here that you run, what your warm up was, and how long your total time was. Maybe you run for 30 minutes every day. So for 5 days a week, that would be, I forgot how many minutes. I don't know, but y'all do the math. As long as your total time is 420 minutes, you're good. Again, answer all your questions good. This is how I look to see if you're understanding the material. And then the last section is the fitness tracker data, and it gives you 2 options, A or B. If you have a fitness tracker, you do one, and if you don't, you do the other, and it gives you the formula. And again, just answer the reflection question. This is an excellent example of a wellness plan. This is how I expect them to look. If yours isn't perfect, I will take off points, but do the best you can. Unless you just completely leave sections blank, you'll get a decent grade, but don't not do these plans. These are a huge part of your grade, and I am willing to help you. So don't just turn them in because you just don't want to do them. This is stuff that you should be doing and you would be doing if you were sitting in a traditional classroom. So they're expected of you online as well. You should be stretching every day. You should be working out with weights a little bit or body weight, whatever. So you already should be doing these things, and this is just tracking that so we can see progression over the course of the school year. I hope this, guys, helps you understand how to do these wellness plans correctly. There shouldn't be any excuses. If you've already submitted yours and didn't get a 100 on this, I've given you tips on what you need to do, what corrections you need to make to resubmit it and get 100. So you can get a good grade on all these if you just read my tips and redo them or follow the instructions that I gave you today. I hope this helps, and I just really look forward to talking to all you guys. If you haven't already done your DBA with me for Module 4, you need to schedule that with the DBA scheduler link. I've already done several, and I'm not going to give you a bad grade on your DBA if you do it with me. We just talk through some stuff, and I see if you need help on anything. So don't be afraid of the DBAs. They're just to help you make sure you're doing well in the class. As always, you can reach out to me. My cell phone number is in the announcements page. Make sure you're checking the announcements page. Make sure you're working through the modules tab and not the calendar so you get all the information that you need. And always let me know if I can help you in any way. I check my email several times a day so you can always reach me. Let's finish this semester strong, guys, and let me know when I can help you. Y'all take care. Thanks.